Here we are. Hold on. It looks dark. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix the lighting there real quick. Well, welcome to my channel, Angels of Enlightenment. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please push the notification button so each time I post, you will be notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my YouTube, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. Well. Good evening. I hope all is well with you, because everything is great with me. Everything looks great. I'm going to wait until some people come in. I actually wanted to take out some shadow work cards. Let's see what we have. These are the ones. I'm only going to be on for a little bit. I'm tired. It's a long day. A long day. I'm going to see if anybody comes on. Whew, it's got real warm in here. It's got really warm. This is loud. Oh, there we go. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome. Hopefully everybody is doing great this evening. Really? No, I'm not at a club. Hello. I don't do club scenes. Clubs are not for me. That's when I was in my 20s. I'm not in my 20s anymore. There's nothing entertaining at a club but only Mickeys. Slipping Mickeys and trying to get laid. Really? That's funny. That was funny. If you drank out of a bowl. Now that was funny. That was funny. So what is everybody doing on this Easter Sunday? We just had dinner. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, it is. No, what the... He's like, no, what the... That was a good one. That was a good one. That's funny. That's funny. He's like, geez, I was just asking. He's like, I am a dude. No, that's funny. You're 17. Why are you on YouTube if you're 17 years old? Come on now. No minors. This channel is not for minors. It's not for minors. Are you bored? Hey, there's many things to do. Sonic Cat. There's many things to do. You know what? You go clean your room. You can help your mom. You can do some laundry. You can do some dishes. You can take out the garbage. There's many things to do. You gotta eat paper. That's funny. What was I doing at 17? Wow. Guess what I was doing at 17? I was working. I was doing catering. I worked Monday through Sunday. I went to school. So I went to school from 8 o'clock until 2:15. Then I went right to work until 10, 11 o'clock at night. That's what I did at 17. I wasn't talking down. I'm just saying, you said you were bored. I was giving you options. I'm not being mean. I'm just letting you know. So no, I'm not being mean. I'm just letting you know. That's all I was doing. He just proved he's 17. Oh my goodness. What's going on tonight? I thought I was going to throw some cards, and I always end up talking. What the fudge? That was funny. So what did you make? Why would I be a hoe? That's just gross. Whoever chooses to be a hoe, you're fucking disgusting. You have no morals, respect for yourself. That's just disgusting. It's just gross. Especially having that many bodies. It's gross. Especially for a woman. Like, that's gross. Wait. Yeah, I can leave that hoe phase for someone else. Not I. I'm good. I don't want cooties. I don't want people's nastiness. I don't want to share bodily fluids with multiple people. I'm good. I'm good over here. That's them. That's just gross. It's nasty. Nobody believes in just being with one person anymore. Everybody wants to be with like a whole bunch of people. It's just gross. My mama taught me better than that. I think that's just gross. But let's see what we have. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I didn't have a dad. And I still wasn't raised that way. My mom would have beat my ass. And plus, my mother is well, my foster mom, she's 86, so I was raised with an older person. So they didn't play that crap. Mm-mm. My mama always said, get married or wait until you're old enough. There you go. That explains it all. That explains it all. I didn't have my first child until I was 22. I was abused when I was younger. And a lot of that has to do with because I was molested when I was between 6 until I was 14. So no, I don't like people touching me. So exactly, you said it. But I believe if you've been touched when you was a child, molested and raped, it's harder to be in a relationship, in my opinion, because of the experience. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm very cautious on who I let touch me. I don't just let anybody touch me. That's just disgusting. It's gross. It's just gross. In my opinion. Because of my experiences. I was forced to do things that I didn't want to do as a child. And I don't think any child should go through that. No child should go through that. Do I fear men? No. I just don't like anybody touching me. I don't fear men at all. I was with somebody for 15 years. How am I fearful of men? Just saying. All right, let's get to some cards. I actually am really interested on what cards are coming out. I don't hate all men. I just don't like men that manipulate and gaslight women. I don't like men that talk down to women and thinking that they're better than women. Everybody has a purpose. Men have a purpose and females have a purpose. The only difference is men can't give birth. Women can. That's the only thing that's different. But I think men should respect women and women should respect men, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. I believe both sex should respect each other. Because there's a lot of things that men do. Men work hard just as well as women do. I'm a mom and a dad. I do both. Of course, men are always bigger because they have a bigger density mass than a female. Men are always stronger than a female. And I'm not gonna argue about that. Men are stronger than females. I defend my men because I see how men get treated as well. Men get used, abused, treated like crap, devalued. I see it. I see how women treat their men. And I'm like, man, I wish I had your man. You know what I mean? And I think me and, what was it? Who was it? Subbin. I'm going to call you Subbin. Subbin. Me and Subbin were talking about that earlier, actually, on the first live that I did earlier. From what I've seen, women are killer in business, very driven, tougher. Exactly. He knows what he's talking about. See, I like him already. I like you already, you know? And guess what? He's 24 and he can think. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. You said it well. Well. All right, so can I throw some cards? I've been paying attention to the chat. Excuse me. I might take tomorrow off. I might just stay home tomorrow. I might just call in tomorrow and just be home. All right, let's see what we have. I said I was going to come and do a live. So I was trying to throw some cards earlier, but I was like, what the heck? Oh, these two came out. This one, it says, ride the wave, ride the storm, let chaos and turbulence cleanse your spirit, purge, purify, and refine. And then we have mental contrast. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. Control, power, repressed. Interesting. Those are two cards that came out. So yeah, ride the storm. Interesting, because I was going through some craziness today with a moron that I was talking to. Fucking moron. Swear to goodness. I swear. I attract the weirdest people. I swear to goodness. I need to do some shadow work. I definitely do. I do admit. I do. I attract the crazy people. I don't know why I do, but I do. I do. I just do. Like chaos and turbulence cleanse your soul. Purge, purify, refine. Yeah. It's time to purge out the old. Sorry, I'm like, I had an ADHD moment. I had a squirrel. 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 Hold on. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. I'm like, what is going on? All right, so let me get back to this because I want to go to bed. I'm tired. So it says, mental contrast, strength isn't from winning, struggles define strengths, control, power, repressed. Someone's repressing their emotions. Someone feels like they need to control everything. They need to be empowered about everything. I can be that way sometimes. women are in the beginning, not winning, I guess, is okay because you're learning. Yeah, well, everybody can't get to the finish line at the same time. Everybody's on their own, everybody's on their own path, everybody's on their own timeline. Look at KFC. He didn't become, famous until he was like 60. You know what I mean? Everybody's on their own path. Everybody's learning differently. Some people have to go through more lessons than others to get where they need to be. Some people struggle financially because of circumstances like family not helping, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I would be farther along in my journey if I didn't have so many health issues. I'm just saying. You can look at I've been on YouTube for 7 years. I've been in and out the hospital since I was a child. You know what I mean? So I would have probably been more advanced in life if I didn't have so many health issues. You know what I mean? So it's not a race, it's just a journey. We're just enjoying the journey. We're enjoying the ride, right? It says ride the storm. Shine. So yeah, it's time to purify. Purify could be detoxing from things, right? Fasting. I like to fast for like 3 days just to reset my body. Also to cleanse, purify, refine, purge. And when I do fast, what I do is I do shadow work. I do meditations. Whatever I'm guided to do. I always listen to my intuition. My intuition never steered me wrong. What's up, Brian? What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while, Brian. Where you been? Hiding? I was in Massachusetts the other day. I was in Pittsfield. Have you ever heard of obviously you live in Mass, but have you ever heard of the Shaker House? The Shaker House, I think it's called. Shaker Valley, something like that. You're an ass. Brian, you're funny. No, I haven't seen you on in a while. I was like, I wonder, where's Brian? I haven't seen Brian. What's going on, Brian? Staying out of trouble? Well, Subhen, I'm gonna just call you Sub. So Sub, fasting is not. It's once you get used to well, I used to go to church Monday through Sunday since I was 5 years old until I was 16. I was forced to go to church. So when we used to, so I'm used to fasting because of that experience. So fasting is not a big deal to me. But sometimes because of my health issues, sometimes I can't fast for 3 days. I can only fast for a day or two. You know what I mean? Because it depends on how my body handles fasting. But fasting is not that bad. It's just called discipline. You got to discipline yourself. That's all. Yeah, I actually one of my coworkers wanted to take the kids, our work kids, to somewhere. So she was the one that actually found the place and she invited me. So I just went along for the ride. We were there from we left New York at 11:45. We got to Mass about 12:30. 12:45, about there. So it was like kind of unexpected trip, to be honest. I was contemplating all week if I wanted to go. But I'm happy I did because I got to see a blacksmith for the first time. It's funny because I always wanted to see a blacksmith, and I got to see a blacksmith. It was a pretty awesome experience. I'm not gonna lie. It was the greatest experience of my life. Yeah, we were in the sticks. We're in the boonies. I thought I lived in the boonies. Jeez, that's the boonies. All right, let me continue. So it says, find wholeness. Bring together fragments that complete you, acceptance and inner peace. Yeah, it was actually a really good learning experience. I'm not going to lie. Wow, you should have seen, Brian, you should have seen the tools, man. The old tools from back then. They also had like this ice house. So they stored ice in it. They also had this storage house where they stored all their foods. There was you should have seen their dining room. Oh my goodness, their dining room was freaking huge. It's huge. Oh, they had a laundry room, they had an ironing room. They made their own brooms, they made their own shoes. Oh my goodness, it was a really nice spot. It was so simple. Yes, it was the greatest experience. I'm not gonna lie. All right, it says journey inward. The path to enlightenment starts within you. Introspection and growth. Interesting because my channel is Enlightenment. Look at that. Look at that. So they want you to go inwards. And yeah, so the path to enlightenment starts within you. Introspection and growth. Do continue. Yeah, so shadow work is so important. It was pretty interesting because I didn't know what cards to take out, but all I heard was shadow work, shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. So I was like, okay, I'll take out my shadow work cards and see what we need to know. So I'm glad that I took them out because it kind of correlates with my day today. So maybe hopefully it's correlating with you guys today. But it's saying finding wholeness. It's finding the wholeness within you. That inner child that's lost, that's been fragmented everywhere. Remember, it's pretty interesting because we were talking about relationships and like if I'm afraid of guys and stuff like that. I'm not like, you know, a lot of us have things that we still need to heal within ourselves. It's not a one bam thank you ma'am. No, healing takes a long time. A lot of us stay alone because we want to heal so we don't attract the same garbage that we've been attracting all our lives. If you get what I'm saying. So if you was in an abusive relationship, right, or a narcissistic relationship, obviously there's something wrong with us that we need to work through so we don't attract that same personality with someone else. Because it's bedded in our energy field. If you know about energy, energy is real. That's why I keep my energy clean, purified, and not tangible because I know how energy works. And I like to manifest things on my own with things that I want to create for myself. Why would I want to give my energy to someone that doesn't value me, that doesn't respect me, that doesn't honor me, that doesn't care for me, that doesn't respect me, and that just sees me as a sex object? I'm not a sex object. I'm a human. I have feelings, just like everybody else. Just saying. Exactly. Really? Yeah, that's true. Because I was with a narcissist. Their father was a little narcissist. He was a narcissist. I didn't realize until he passed away that he was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know until after. You don't realize until someone passes on and you're not in that relationship anymore. You know what I mean? Like I was just with a narcissist. I was talking to a narcissist. He's actually a psychopath narcissist. That's what he is. He's a psychopath narcissist. And I was playing the game with him and I was like, you know what? I don't want to play this game. It gets boring. You know what I mean? I played long enough. It's checkmate, bitch. So I checkmate him. Checkmate. Just leave me alone. Just go somewhere with yourself. It's called block, delete, do not respond. Just let them to their own endeavors and wish them the best. That's what you gotta say. What are you saying? Hey, sub, at least you could admit you're a narcissist. There's guys out there that don't admit they're a narcissist. They don't. At least you admit that you're a narcissist. It actually takes true balls to say, I am a narcissist. Congratulations. Oh my God, here we go. I think narcissism is horrible. I think if you really have goals and you really have ambition, that shouldn't be an issue. Why add narcissism to it? Just because you want to feel good at the moment? Exactly. Define success. Brian has a good point. Define success. Because guess what? I'm spiritually successful. I'm spiritually ranked. I don't care about the material things. Because guess what? The material things you cannot take with you. But you know what? Self-respect, honesty, trust, and loyalty to self, that's what you can take with you to the grave. And I'm just saying. And that's why so many females are alone, because they don't want to be with a narcissist. Sorry. I don't want to be with a narcissist. I was talking to one for like 9 months, and for what? It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, but why would anybody get envious if they could do it themselves? Like, I'm not envious of anybody. Why should I be? I worked really hard to get where I'm at. I don't need to be envious of anybody. I don't think anybody should be. I think envy is evil, really, because anybody can do it only if you just work hard and you discipline and you have a goal. If you have a goal and you're disciplined, you can achieve anything you can possibly achieve. I didn't get to where I'm at being narcissistic. No. I was already with a narcissist. Why would I be a narcissist? Like, you know? I'm just happy being me. And a lot of people don't like me, and I really personally don't care. But I don't need to please everybody. As long as I'm pleasing myself, that's all I care about. And I please myself very well. actually. Well, you are right because you're talking from a perspective of a 24-year-old, which I work with a lot of young people now. They are lazy. They don't want to do anything. They think that the fucking world owes them something. Nobody owes you anything. Go get your fucking ass up and go to work. I remember at 17, I was working, I went to school and went to work. When I was in my 20s, I was working and had three jobs. I was never home. Never fucking home. I always worked. I believe if you have ambition and you want something, you can achieve it. And I don't think you don't need to be a narcissist to achieve something that you want. That's my opinion. You know, I've struggled, I've been homeless. You know what I mean? I've been through it all. I lived in cars, I lived in the woods, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't, a guy without an ego is a loser. Well, actually, if you really look at Trump, Trump does not have an ego. He's lost billions and gained billions back because of his work ethic. And it's funny you say Trump because Trump lived in Queens and I was raised in Queens. Actually, he was born and raised in South Jamaica, Queens. I was raised in South Jamaica, Queens. Interesting. Well, I don't know about that. I think he uses his ego when he needs to use his ego. That's my opinion. I believe he's very successful. He if he loses it all, he knows he could gain it back. He's a very he's a Gemini. He plays chess. He doesn't play checkers. He's very very smart. He's really really smart. I give him that. Exactly. Success is the eye of the beholder. Yes. Exactly right. You are exactly right, Brian. A lot of us weren't born with silver spoons in our mouths. You know what I mean? Or gold spoons, We all had to work hard to get where we all are. Respectfully. So yeah, the journey is about inward. It's to figure yourself out. What do you want? Where you want to see yourself? So yeah, accepting inner peace. I can't wait to go to bed. I know I'm peaceful. I know that. Um, yeah, success is the eye of the beholder. So yeah, I believe Trump uses his ego for certain things. It's got to where he is today. He is a good president. Um, he looks out for the American people, for the best interests for us. I don't care about blue and I don't care about red. I care about America. That's all I care about. And my kids, because I am American and my kids are American and I want the best for my kids. Let's see what else we have. So, yeah, the journey is inward. The path to enlightenment starts within you. Exactly. Taking this time out to discover yourself, discover the darkness and the light within yourself, discovering all fragments of your past and understanding that child within you. Loving that child. Let's see what else. Yeah, a lot of us don't like losing. That's why we play checkers. I mean, we play chess, not checkers. We play checkers, we play chess, not checkers. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, we have 2 more cards. Hold on. All right, we have addictions. You could be addicted to anything. It says, compulsive need despite negative consequences. Get support and therapy. Healing, liberation, and support. So addictions could be anything. People are addicted to money. People are addicted to women. People are addicted to drinking. People are addicted to sex. People are addicted to cigarettes. People are addicted to binge watching shows. People are addicted to... There's so many things you could be addicted to. Okay? But it's time to heal that within you. And also get support from friends, family, mentors, therapists. I am a integrated energy therapist. I do work with energy. So it's time to liberate yourself from toxic thoughts. Because addictions could also be toxic thoughts, like negative thinking all the time, right? Oh, this is going to go wrong all the time. That's, you know what I mean? That's a negative mindset. That's being addicted of negative circumstances. So we have having hope. Navigate your shadows with compassion and gentleness, grace, kindness, and self-care. Exactly. Always fill your cup. Stop filling everybody else's cup. Because remember, how are you going to fill somebody else's cup when yours is not even filled yourself? How are you going to love someone else when you don't even love yourself? Just saying. That's why people are in so many crazy relationships and they're not happy. Or they have mental health issues. So yeah, it's finding hope. Being kind to yourself, loving yourself, accepting yourself, the quirks, the bad decisions, the good decisions, whatever that is to you. But also acknowledging it and working through it, that's the important part. Okay? All right, we're going to take the Akashic Records. And then I got to go because I have to work tomorrow. I have paperwork beyond paperwork. I wonder where's Diane? And nobody. That way, my way. Jeez. All right, let's see what else we have. We don't have any females in the chat tonight. We all have males. I don't mind. You guys are hilarious. You guys make my night. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's see. Ride the storm. What do we have for Ride the Storm? All All right, so we have 2 cards. Ooh, we have 3. We have 3, 3, 3, 3. We have 3. It says discovery, bringing balance. Interesting, because we're still in the moon in Libra. And then we have depicted. Have a good night, Sub. Take care of yourself. It was nice to see you. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Have a good night. All right, so we have discovery. New ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there is still work to reach your goal, you may discover new strategies and passions along the way. That's why Ride the Storm is here. Because they want you to have discovery, because new opportunities are coming in. But also having the strength and passion while these new endeavors come in. So it says bringing balance. You're putting too much energy into something, creating lack somewhere else. Take action now to create the situation or risk rather imbalance, which could lead to undesired results. And then you are overgiving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate. Reevaluate your relationships and commitments, or you may soon risk your health in some way. That is true. Stop giving your energy to people, places, and things that don't deserve it. Mental contrast. We have Soul Whisper. Interesting. It says your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you. In the quiet moment, listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path. All right. Find wholeness. Let's see. Wow, we have shame. You've carried this burden far too long. It's time to release the guilt you've placed on yourself and start a new chapter in your life. Set a new goal and being taken action towards happiness. Journey inwards. Let's see what we have for journey inwards. We have grounding. You're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. Addiction. Wow. With addictions, we have step back. You're being asked to step back from life in order to gain perspective. You're too close to a situation. It can be hard to make a decision. Spin out, view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. Exactly. Having hope. We have 2 cards. We have study and walk away. I heard walk away from people, places, and things that don't serve you, that are not aligned for you. So it says study. A new endeavor is upon you, and it may require new knowledge and skills. Put the intentions out to the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. Walk away. You're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. And we have authenticity. $51.15, as I said that. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. Exactly. And it says, honor yourself. Bam, bam, bam. What do I tell you guys all the time? It says, recognize the hard work you've put in to get where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. Yes, be proud. Be proud, my dears. Be proud. All right, we're going to take out the Scar Travelers. See what we have in there. All right. What's the message? What does the collective need to know? Wow. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Remember, what seeds have you been planting? We have passions and pleasure. Savor your life. We have valiant courage. Take action with passion. Fogs in. Go slow. Take time. I heard don't rush into certain things. A relationship, partnership, friendship, whatever that is. Take it slow. Don't go fast. Because right now everything is still foggy, right? So you know when you talk to someone, you have to wait at least like almost a year to really know this person. It takes about a year. People show their true colors in the first 2 weeks, the first 6 months, 3 months. It just depends on the person, really. Yeah, it takes about a year to 2 years to actually know someone. And then it says transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Yes, it does. So hopefully everybody's manifesting some good stuff, because I already have a job. I definitely want to buy a home. I'm hoping to buy this one. So that's a goal. And, you know, I'm doing my passions. I have some things on my mind. Well, that was your message, guys. I'm out of here. I'm tired. The energies have been crazy. That's all I gotta say. Well, you guys have a good night. Hopefully the message resonated. If it did, it did. If it didn't, it didn't. Don't make it fit. Let it for someone else. You know what I mean? Let it be for someone else. And I am going to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep wonderful. That's all I gotta say. Hopefully you guys get to sleep wonderful too. It was, hopefully everybody had a good Easter. Hopefully, tomorrow's Monday, everybody goes back to work. Kids go back to school. It's gonna be a long week. It's a travel week for me. I gotta travel all week. As usual. But yeah, so please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please press the notification button so each time I post, you will get notified. Also, check me out my other platforms, my Telegram, my YouTube, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. It was nice to have a great conversation with these gentlemen online. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. There was no females on tonight. It was only guys. And I felt bad about the 17-year-old little boy. I don't know why he's watching Terra, but, you know. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. It's just common sense. Like, why are you watching Terra? You're 17. You have a whole life ahead of you, bud. But, all right. I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great evening. Adios. God bless you all. I'm going to send you all the love in the world. And I will catch you soon.